Hey guys, so if you want to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. If you want to follow my Instagram, look at my Amazon storefront, and follow my podcast called I Talk a Lot and rate it 5 stars. We'll leave it all linked down below in the description. Now onto this video. I'm going to be talking about names that I will not date. I know that sounds like weird, like why is that like a weird video concept? It is because I have brothers. I have 5 brothers, my dad obviously, and then my cousins, my male cousins, my late uncle, and then my dad's brother. I will not be saying who is who, and my sister's exes and friend exes. So like, I will not say this name is my brother. I'm not gonna be saying that name is my friend's ex, just because I want it to be very all anonymous. I will say, if you know one name, I will say, I won't obviously say it, but if you recognize that name, I will say it's one of the, there's that name is known for being a reason why I will not date, and you will have to go find out in a video of mine if you really want to do some digging. Keep in mind I have a lot of videos, but I'm pretty sure you can kind of like really figure it out from the titles and of everything. So starting off, I'm just gonna say any Richards, Rickies, like anything like that. No for me. Caleb, no. John, any spelling of John, Johnny, Jonathan, like nope, not at all. Like I will say there will be some maybes, like iffy names, depending on maybe I could handle it, maybe not. And the reason why I completely forgot to start off is why I will not date this name is because they're related to me. I know their names, and whether or not like I actually know this person or not, and I just know their existence, and I've seen a picture of them or something, is because for me, is anytime I think of this person's name, that person comes up in my head, and I don't want to be intimate. I don't want to be in a relationship. I do not want to like or have a crush on a person with that name and think, oh my gosh, one day if I actually start dating this certain person with this name and I start liking this person and we kiss or whatever more things involving up to sex, or maybe sex possible, or actually sex, I don't want to be thinking of that person's name. Like I cannot like physically, like I can't separate the two from a person's name to it's just a person. Like I can't do that. Some people can, and I've been told like you're kind of weird for that, and like not really weird, I should say that's kind of like wrong, or you should probably get over that. And this person obviously did not mean what they meant, obviously not intentionally. They wouldn't say that to like hurt my feelings at all. It just kind of hurt my feelings because it's like I don't think the way that you do, and obviously we don't think the same way, but it's like just because you can date someone with like the same name or the same name as your ex or the same name as your friend's ex or whatever, I don't know, honestly I don't know, it doesn't mean I can do that. And it was just kind of like, and so I never brought this up to this person because it was like it's kind of stupid, and obviously this person did not mean it that way, like no, like nothing that like or words. This person did not mean to say that in that way. This person was probably just saying like, hey, that sounded like a little weird, like you should probably grow up, mean, because like this person probably hasn't like really heard of that, like, oh, maybe that's why you don't date a name, like maybe like this person could understand the exception of like, oh, I already dated this person, so like maybe I can just like, I'll always think of that person, my ex, or something like, oh, maybe a friend's ex or something like that. Maybe I don't actually like really know what this person thought that, but I'm just making assumptions here. So moving back to names that I cannot date, I already said Rick. I can't date a Jamie. I can't date any Bryans, no matter how you spell it. I can't date a Steven or Stefan. Maybe a Stefan, but highly, highly doubt it. Any way you spell Steven, any way you spell Tony, Anthony, even though that's a nickname for Anthony, or just straight up like their birth legal name is straight up Tony. I can't date a Joe, a Joel, maybe a Joey, again, a maybe name. I can't date any spelling with a Connor. I can't date a name. Yeah, Joel, Tony, Connor, sleeping. Like an Alec or an Alex, like a C or an X, or like any way you spell an Alex, any like unique way or normal way or whatever way you spell any of these names. I can't date an Owen, a Graham, a Garrison. Maybe I can date a maybe a Garrett. I think I can date. Maybe a Grayson. I can date. Just because Garrison and Grayson kind of sound the same. Same thing with like Craig and Greg. Obviously two separate names, but they kind of the same. They kind of sound like the same, and it's kind of like my brain kind of mixes them up from like Craig and Greg, and it's like, I don't really want to think of this person at all. A J, maybe a Jason, a Jim, a Jimmy, what am I thinking of? Ooh, a Matt, a Matthew, a Maddie, let's see, thinking of people's names. A Blake, I can't date a Blake at all. Let's see. Alex. Owen, did I say Owen? A Daniel, a Dan, or a Danny. Maybe I can date a Dan, but highly, highly unlikely. I would not think of this person. Let's see. Thinking of other people that I don't want to date. Oh shoot, I really don't know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I already said it. Did I say it? I think I said it like a Rob, a Robert, a Robbie, Bob, Bobby, like any of those names. I just cannot date because they kind of sound the same, meaning like this person that comes up to my brain, I will always have that name attached to this person. I will always have that way. I think maybe that is it. I'm probably maybe forgetting like a name or two or three. I don't know. I should have written this all down, but oh well. My brain's kind of like not working today because it's literally 6:26 a.m. and I'm so freaking tired. And I'm only living off of Dr. Pepper right now. This is my second can today. Okay, I seriously need this. What is happening with my voice? It's like croaking or cracking or whatever. So here are some girl names that I can be friends with, but if I was interested in girls, I could never date them. Like, I could maybe be friends with them, but like anytime I call their name, it's like they're always gonna think up in my brain because they're either my sisters, my ex-friends, or acquaintances. The acquaintances that I know somewhat well enough that I will always think of their brain. So a Barbara or a Barbie, even though like maybe Barbie's not a very unique, a very out there name people use, but you never know. I don't know. People name kids weird ass freaking names. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sorry. I just like, oof. Elon Musk names, like those poor two kids. Oh my gosh. Like, no wonder, like, I worry about those kids. Anyways, so Barbara, Barbie, or like Barb, any nickname, any name like that related to that name. Kaylee, like the name Kaylee Cuoco, like different spelling, but it always reminds me every time I think of that person's name. It always reminds me of that person's like face. It always brings up into my head. A Lindsay, the way you spell it. I did have a friend named Lindsay before, but like that was fine. Jang, what am I thinking? Jenna, like I'm not a Jennifer, but if like kind of if I wanted to call them like their nickname, a Jen or Jenny, I will always think of that person in my head. Okay, let's see. Rachel, great, beautiful name. I just like, I will always think of that person in my head. Again, I may be weird, I don't know. You tell me if you have the same way, like, mindset, but for me, I just can't. It will always come up in my head with this person's face, and it's like, I'm sorry, like, I can maybe be friends with you, but like, I will always like think of it, especially when I watch YouTubers with like the same names that I'm thinking of, the same names, the people that I'm thinking up in my head. It's like, it always comes up. For example, with the name Rachel, I watch Rachel Ballinger, Rachel like Loves, or like Rachel Loves Life, that Canadian YouTuber, like, any, like those two, I always think of them in my head. It's like, I don't know why. It's just, well, I don't know why. Because, hello, I have a connection to this Rachel. Olivia or Olive. Ooh, that's a good name. I can't date for a guy. Olive, Oliver. It connects too much. Let's see. What's a good name that I can't relate? Not relate to it. That I can't eventually date one day if I ever. What the hell am I saying? That I cannot date if I was interested in women. Let's see, just gonna think, I think those are the only names, honestly, that I'm thinking of as of now. Like, okay, maybe like an Anna or like a Logan, because Logan is a guy's name, but it can also be a girl's name. I will say, that was like an old friend from elementary, but like acquaintance friend elementary into high school, meaning like I was friends with her in first grade, but like, you know, not really like besties, but like in high school, I was like kind of friends with her, but not like really at all. Like, I never got her phone number, never got her social media, like nothing coach at all. So it was just more like friends talking in class, basically. Okay, so probably like maybe an Emma or like an Emily or a Peyton, because all those people are the same friends with like Logan, so like it always like brings up memories. But some people were positive, and not a positive memory. Just because we didn't vibe, and like we didn't vibe enough. A girl named Cassie, any Cassie, or like Casey. I totally forgot Casey. Hello, duh. So that one person, any form of spelling, Cassidy, Cass, Casey, like any of that form. I mean, maybe no, never mind. I was thinking maybe a Cassidy, but like, I don't know. I would probably just, if I were to be interested in a girl named Cassidy, I would probably call it Cassie or Cass. And Cass doesn't like really have that same connection with Cassie, but still it's kind of like in the same vicinity area of that name. And honestly, you know, it's just like, I really don't want to think of this person if I was interested in the same sex, or like same person, I should say, with that name. I mean, okay, so I think maybe now that's like the done list, like I'm officially done thinking of. I may be probably missing some more. Honestly, I really don't know, but let me say, I don't really have sorry, I'm wrong. I've had a lot of female experiences, obviously from elementary school, but like, oh, sorry, one more. Ending it off on a couple, sorry. Maggie, an old friend of mine that I had, although she was a positive experience, so like maybe I could date her, a girl name, if I was interested. Those people with the names, or if I was just friends, I could definitely be friends for sure with like a Maggie. Like, any positive experiences with the name, I can be friends with. I would say for my sister's names, it will be a lot harder, because it's just like, they're so connected to me, more closer than like an old friend or like an old acquaintance, more should say, more than a friend. It's just like, they're so related to me and close to me. It's like, that's kind of like hard not to separate the two. So besides that, I just wanted to say that I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.